Let's go 15-0, Team Shadow Girafirig, Part 1. Alright, first off, let me preface this by saying that this is still the new season. We're climbing up in ranking, so the fact that I got 15-0, I mean, like, a lot of these are going to be crap matches, but either way, this team got me a lot of wins, so I'm just going to be sharing it as like a little memorabilia. So it's going to be Registeel with Zap Cannon and Focus Blast with Lock On, Girafirig with Confusion, Psychic Fangs, and Thunderbolt, and then Trevenant with Shadow Claw, Seed Bomb, and Shadow Ball. But let's jump into the battle. So we're going to go for the Focus Blast onto the Walrein. They're going to shield it. I have to be mindful for the earthquakes coming in here. Let's see, Walrein's going to go for an Icicle Spear. I shielded it and took the bait. They're going to bring in Electrode. Obviously, I know this matchup. I can't really stay in because if I do, I'm going to get wrecked by the Wild Charge spam and then be able to do nothing about it. So Trevenant comes in, eats the Wild Charge. We're going to go for the Seed Bomb just because we know that we can put heavy pressure with -2 defenses. They go down. In comes the Walrein. We're going to go ahead and go for the Trevenant going down to an Icicle Spear. We're going to follow it up by bringing in Registeel, going for the Zap Cannon onto the Walrein. They shield it again. And finally, we're just going to go ahead and let this Icicle Spear go through just because we can. After that, we're going to shield the second one here just because we know that it's going to be an Icicle Spear. If I don't shield it, then I'm going to go down and the streak's kind of over. But yeah, this one was like the closing win of a set after going. But this is going to be an official set where I went 5-0. And then this is going to be Granbull switching into Stunfisk against my Registeel. I have to be mindful for the Earthquake, so I charged up and then switched over to Trevenant to catch the Earthquake in the event that that's what they chose, but they farmed up and went for Rock Slide. So, I'm going to have to take these Rock Slides / Earthquake right there. Woo! And then I'm just going to have to go ahead and take that Earthquake, put me in the red, go for the Seed Bomb. They're going to shield it, thinking I went for Shadow Ball. Down goes Trevenant, in comes Registeel. We get a little bit of a lag right there. We're going to go ahead and go for Focus Blast to take out the Stunfisk. In comes Altaria. We're going to just go ahead and go for the Zap Cannon. But whatever they had in the back, they knew that I got it from here, so they just threw the match. After we get a little lag spike there. So yeah, there we go. They threw the match. We're going to go ahead and jump into the next battle. And then in comes the Drifblim right here. Drifblim's going to go ahead and go for... I see Wind Spam. Again, guys, it's the lower tiers. People are going to be doing some weird stuff that you just look at and say, why did you do that? Anyway, Zap Cannon goes through. They just go ahead and let it go through, nearly knocking out the Drifblim, and I can successfully farm them down with lock-on damage while they keep doing Icy Wind Spam. I have a fully charged Registeel for whatever switches in, which is going to be a Tyrant. Hilariously enough, I go for the Focus Blast. Do they shield it? Nope, they don't. Down goes the Tyrant. And then now it's just the Drapion going up against the rest of... Is it the rest of my team? Did I just really sweep them? I kind of did, but anyway. I just bring in Girafirig just to add some comedic flair, but then they just throw the match after this Spellsinger. So now we're going to move on to the next battle, which is going to be Registeel leading against a Venusaur. It's kind of a neutral matchup, but they just decided to switch. So since they're going to put counter pressure, I'm going to bring in the Zap Cannon to make them get the attack stat drop, which succeeds. 66% chance now, so I'm glad that it went through. They're going to go ahead and go for the superpower instead of the lunge for whatever reason. Again, guys, this is the noob tier, so just roll with it and laugh, okay? Venusaur is going to come in. They're going to go ahead and go for the Sludge Bomb, take out my Trevenant. I bring in Girafirig just to do some heavy confusion damage. I can just straight up farm down with Confusion, shield the Sludge Bomb, take out the Venusaur, bring in the Stunfisk, followed up with Psychic Fang spam. There's Psychic Fang 1, get the -1 defense. Psychic Fang number 2, get -2 defenses now. There we go. Obviously I can't use Thunderbolt because it's not going to do anything to this Stunfisk. So we're just going to take the Earthquake here, down goes Girafirig, and then we bring in Registeel. But yeah, this is where I actually have to work because they went for the Rock Slide. I didn't take the shield bait. Yeah, they went for Rock Slide thinking I was going to shield it because, again, we're in the lower tiers. They go for... I believe this is where they go for the Earthquake. So we're just going to go ahead and shield this. Nope, Rock Slide. But we were able to get to the Focus Blast before they can Earthquake. That's going to go ahead and finish off the Stunfisk for another win. Now we're up against Juicy. It's going to be Registeel leading against Dragonair. I actually have a Shadow Dragonair team that I'm going to be showing later on this week. But yeah, that has Body Slam. Glad that it got that move. So they're going to be going for Aqua Tail spam. I'm going to follow it up with Focus Blast spam just to see if they're going to shield anything. They do not, so the Dragonair's in the red. I can kind of shield I can kind of farm down with Lock On if I want to. But there's the Aqua Tail. We're going to go ahead and just go for another Focus Blast, see if they're going to shield it. If they do, great. If they don't, whatever. We're just going to go ahead and switch over to Trevenant here, just to finish off the Dragonair, and they threw the bash because whatever they had in the back, I was going to be able to counter it the rest of the way. So anyway, there they go. They switch out into the Talonflame. They're going to go for the Flame Charge. I'm going to let it go through, and then I'm going to follow it up with a Zap Cannon, and then switch over to Girafirig, I believe, just to preserve the Registeel. We go for Confusion Pressure, then followed up with Psychic Fangs. There we go. Defense falls. They're at -1 defense. They're going to go ahead and go for the Brave Bird to get taken out. In comes Ninetales, which is what they switched out from originally. I go for the Psychic Fang. It's going to go ahead and go through. Down goes Girafirig. They're at -1 defense. So we can put some Shadow Claw pressure on this charming Ninetales. But yeah, we don't really need to use any charge moves. We can save it for whatever switches in, which is going to be Buzzwole. We're going to go ahead and go for the Seed Bomb just to go for Shield Bait, which goes through. Then next up, we're going to follow it up with Shadow Ball onto the Buzzwole. It's going to be enough to take it out. Yes! Well, we have to Shadow Claw for the rest, but yeah, that's going to be another W. Now we're up against Mojo. Mojo's going to be leading with a Beedrill. They do have Drill Run, so we're going to have to watch out for that. We're going to just let this go through. Just because I was counting and I was seeing that that was clearly not going to be Drill Run, so they went for X-Scissor, which does like no damage. They switch out to Gyarados, which was shiny. I hit it with Zap Cannon. They let it go through for whatever reason. And since I know that the Beedrill is going to be locked in, I switched over to Girafirig just to do some Confusion spam. And then finally, in comes the Game Changer here for whatever reason. So now that it's Umbreon, I just have Girafirig do their part by just getting -2 defenses on the Umbreon. And he's just not shielding. So now the Girafirig is going to just go for one more Psychic Fang to be taken out here. And then after that, we leave the Umbreon in a -3 defense state. So, but it's also fully charged, so it's going to be taking Dark Pulse 1. I have to switch over to Registeel to finally start some lock-on farming. That's basically what it's going to come down to at this rate. There's going to be the Dark Pulse. I shield the first one just because I knew that's what they were going to use. Dark Pulse number 2 goes through. I'm going to follow it up with Zap Cannon to get the attack drop here. They're going to go ahead and shield that. They still have one more to go through. And then after, we're going to follow that up with the next Dark Pulse. I survived that one. Now we're going to go ahead and follow that up with a Zap Cannon. I think here my son jumped on me, so that's why I did get the perfect charge up. Now we're going to switch over to Trevenant to catch the Umbreon Dark Balls. Oh! Now Registeel is going to go ahead and finish this up with a Focus Blast just to add some salt to the wound. Boom! That's a win. Yeah, he made me work for that one. Alright, now for the next one, it's going to be Registeel leading up against a Hypno. And we have to be mindful of Focus Blast / Fire Punch, but they obviously didn't have anything to answer, so I'm just going to go ahead and fire off Focus Blast onto the Diggersby, switch to Girafirig just to do some farming pressure. We're going to go ahead and shield this here, I believe, just because nope, we didn't. They went for Earthquake, took me out. Girafirig didn't really get to do anything there. That's boo-hoo. Anyway, Hypno's going to come back in. I'm going to go ahead and follow that up with taking the Thunder Punch, just because I was kind of getting the vibe that he didn't have an answer, so I just let the attacks go through. Then we go for a Zap Cannon, get the attack stat drop, and a shield off of that Hypno. So now we can just keep the attacks rolling in. After that, we're going to switch over to Trevenant to force a switch out. They bring in Frostlass. I'm going to hit this Frostlass with Seed Bombs just to put some pressure on them, and then farm down as much as I can. It's going to be an Avalanche coming, so I shield it naturally. Farm down the Frostlass, and now we have moves ready to go on the Hypno. Charge up towards a Shadow Ball just to put some shield bait pressure. They shield the Seed Bomb, and now I try to farm towards another Shadow Ball, but I knew I was not going to get it, so I had to go for the Seed Bomb or risk like not getting anything there. Registeel is going to come in, and then after that, we're going to tank this Thunder Punch with a shield, followed up with a what's it called? Focus Blast for the win. Part 2 tomorrow, guys. Take care.